guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me, trying brand new products that I have been purchasing the past couple weeks. So if you guys want to watch this video, maybe grab a what am I saying? Maybe grab a snack because it may be a long one, then go do that, pause this video, and come right back because you won't want to miss this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this eye right here. Usually this is the eye that I do on camera. We're gonna start off with our P. Louise base. And this is just gonna serve as an eyeshadow base. Whenever I don't use an eyeshadow base, my eyes just crease like crazy. So this is the first step. So I'm just gonna take some with my finger, and then I'm gonna take this big, fat, fluffy brush, and we're gonna begin spreading that out all over. Now, I do wanna quickly say, I still don't know if I like this primer base, just because I feel like it's a little like hard to work with sometimes. But this is what I like to use when I'm doing something really intense. I still am obsessed with my Morphe because I feel like that one does the job. But I like to kind of switch it up just to kind of, you know, give it a chance. So now we are ready to go. So today we're going to be using this palette right here. This is the 35G Bronze Gold palette. Just came out at Ulta and on Morphe's website. I purchased this palette at Ulta. I had no plans on purchasing this palette, but then I saw it and I really was like, wait, this is pretty. I have to say the packaging on this palette is really pretty too. These are the colors. They are so beautiful, so spring and summer appropriate, especially summer. Like this is like perfect for those evening outs. So I'm going to be taking that color right there, and we're going to be packing that onto our crease, and we're just going to kind of be stamping it on there as opposed to moving it back and forth, because I really want that color to stand out and pop. There is more shimmers than there is matte shades in this palette, so that's just something to note. I actually don't mind it because I feel like sometimes when there's too many like mattes, I get overwhelmed, and I feel like they have the right mattes that I need in this palette to really make this look stand out. Oh, they also have the names on this thing, but I mean, come on, they should just put the name on the actual palette. It would make things so much easier for everybody. So I really hope that they do that in the future because I just feel like it's a little annoying, to be honest. Okay, so once we get into this inner part of the eye, I want to go ahead and just kind of take it back and forth in here instead of stamping it on, because I want this inner part right here to be really diffused out. I don't want it to be so intense. So we're just gonna really pop that in. Now I'm going to be taking this fluffy blender from Delium Tools. This is one of my favorite brushes to really diffuse out the color, and we're just going to blend this side out. And we're really gonna make this pop. And as you can see, doing this blending motion back and forth, also in circular motions on the ends, really helps this part look extremely diffused, but look also like there's still color there. You don't want to diffuse it out to the point where the color is completely gone, but you still want to, like, you know, keep that color in there and keep the depth of the color on the eye. Now I'm gonna take a more deep brown, this one right here, and I'm going to be placing that right on the like really tight part of my crease, and that's just gonna create the most depth in the eye. So I'm gonna pack that right here, and as you can see, it starts to give that eye a lot of depth, especially for my ladies and gents who have really hooded eyes. This really helps add that dimension in the socket of the eye, like you really have something going on there, and it just, I feel like, creates the illusion that there's more when you kind of look straight. And you're really just going to keep that on this outer edge, and if need be, you can take it up to the middle part of the eye, and then after that just leave it, because you don't want to take it all the way out, because we're not making this a very rounded effect. We're mostly going to take it like outwards. Okay, so now we're gonna take this brown shade and we're really gonna lock it in. As you can see, really in here, and just really kind of create the most depth. And we're just gonna take everything and kind of start to blend it together just to kind of give it a good effect. And you can also kind of blend it downwards because we are gonna be taking a little bit of that mixture of the dark brown and the like burnt brown into this part of the eye. Now we're gonna be taking this gold right here. It's so beautiful, it's calling my name. And we're just gonna use that to start with. I kind of wanna see the direction that I wanna go in with this. And we're gonna be taking this brush from Sigma with Beauty Bird. And we're just gonna take it right there. I'm gonna be taking my MAC 242 because I realized that this brush is a little too like big for what I wanna do. I wanna make sure that I really precisely cut it. I hate when I get eyeshadow on my contacts. We're gonna try to like bring it a little tiny bit higher. I don't know why, but it's having a little bit of a hard time sticking. So I may have to use some MAC Fix Plus, but I mean, the pigmentation looks really pretty. I feel like I'm having to really kind of scratch that first surface off of the eyeshadow pan to really get it to like pop for me. Okay, so we have that part on. So I'm gonna be taking this color right here and I'm gonna apply it on this midsection. And you really wanna blend them in together because you don't want this to be like, you know, one of those looks that looks like there's harshness. You want it to be very, very like soft. And really take the color in to the gold. I love those colors together. They look so pretty. Okay, and then on the outer edge, we are going to go ahead and mix two shades together. First, I'm gonna go ahead and start back in with this color right here. And we're just gonna pack it on this edge. I'm also going to be taking this brush. This is my Delium Tools Rounded Blender. I like this because it's so fat and precise that it really gets in there and really kind of makes shit happen for the color. It really intensifies it. We're going to kind of diffuse it right up here and blend it into the other colors that we had on this middle part of our crease. And the last color that has shimmer that we're gonna go ahead and kind of slowly diffuse out into the orange and the brown is this nice shimmery brown shade, which is the one right above the brown that we used. So we're gonna be using this one right here. And we're just gonna be using a little tiny bit of that on this outer edge. Kind of just packing that in there. Okay, I'm obsessed with this look. We just have to make sure that we really diffuse that orange into the brown because we don't want it to be harsh. Kind of like this part on this side. So that is pretty much the eyeshadow. So far, I do like the palette. I feel like the colors are very like intense once packed onto the lid. So you guys can see, it doesn't look as pigmented, but let me go ahead and really rub it in. So now that's once I really rubbed it in, so you can see the difference. So I feel like you really have to kind of rub it in, but once you do, it gives you really good pigmentation. Okay, so for eyeliner, I went ahead and purchased some stuff at MAC. I got a Pro Longwear Fluid Line Eyeliner Gel in the shade BACKTRAck. This is per I Love Chatty recommendation of watching her videos. She swears by this, so I was like, you know what? I'm running out of my Sigma one. Let me go ahead and give this a try. She also recommended trying this brush right here, which is the MAC 210 brush. I'm hoping that it's like the shiz. I don't know why, but I've been really into like buying a lot of makeup lately. Like I just like been on a shopping makeup kick. This is what it looks like, very, very black. And this is what she uses to like do her wing liners. So we're gonna have to see. Let's just do a regular line for right now. Okay, so I have to say, first impressions, it is very, very nice for precision. Like, I feel like if I'm doing just a line on my actual eyelid. I feel like it really precisely gets in there. I'm really scared to try to do a wing because I've never done a wing with one of these, but I mean, I guess we should try it because we're trying new makeup. So far the eyeliner though, I really love it. I hope that this doesn't dry out. I feel like a lot of times with me, my experiences, they start off really, really creamy and great. And then as you wear it, as you use it more, it starts to get super dry. She says that this one is like super creamy all throughout. So I'm excited and I hope that it stays that way, but it's a pretty good liner thus far. So we're gonna do a little wing. I personally feel like it's a little flimsy to be a precise wing liner brush. Because I feel like my wing looks a little weird right now. I like it for precision on the actual like eye, but I think I'm gonna go in with my angled brush. So you guys know my Sigma E65 is the best. Like I just love it so much. Okay, so this was a fail. First of all, my mic was off, and second of all, the lash was way too big for this. Okay, so we had a lash fail. So round two, we're gonna go ahead and use these. These are my lashes by Cake Face Beauty in the style Cake Face. These are the perfect lashes for this look because you can still see the eyeshadow going on in the back. So we're gonna pop these babies on. Yep. These are much better. Okay, so we have finished the eye makeup and we're ready to move on to the skin, which I'm excited about because I have quite a few new items that I'm excited to try out. So first things first, First Aid Beauty just came out with this new moisturizer. It's the Ultra Repair Barrier Cream, and this is basically a moisturizer that's going to protect your skin from all of the pollutants out there, all of the harsh environmental things that can like cause harm on your skin, and really kind of create a nice barrier, which I think is a really smart idea, especially for people that have very sensitive skin. It has this really, really interesting consistency that I'm just like, whoa. So we're gonna be using that as our moisturizer. And once you like kind of like put it on the skin, it just really melts right into your skin. It gives it this really nice feel. I am a huge fan of the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. It's my favorite moisturizer ever. It works so well with my very sensitive rosacea skin. So I'm constantly using that, but when I saw this new product, I was really curious about it. It's nice to kind of add a little bit of moisture without it giving you this greasy effect to your skin. So now we're gonna move on to another new product that I just recently purchased at Walgreens. This was actually recommended by one of you guys, one of my loyal subscribers. It's called YourGoodSkin. You can find this brand at Walgreens, and this is a anti-shine base lotion, which can technically be used as a primer, or you can even use this alone. It's supposed to help controlling excess oils, keeping skin shine-free all day long, mattifying a 12-hour matte finish. It restores your skin's natural balance, formulated with green tea, vitamin C, and oil balancing products. And I'm gonna be placing this all over my skin. And I think I got this for maybe 10 bucks at Walgreens. It really wasn't that expensive, very affordable product, but I really love when you guys recommend products to me because I feel like, just like you guys trust me when I make recommendations and I tell you to get something, I feel the same way about you guys. I really trust you guys, and I feel like we have this really strong bond here on my channel. So I will always gladly be excited to check out something that you guys recommend. Ooh, you can see the difference. I feel like it really did a good job of like cleaning those oils out and still giving you like a healthy finish to the skin. Okay, so I went to Sephora and I purchased a few things which I'm also going to be sharing in this video, but I wanted to get a sample of the dewy version of the Forever Dior foundation that I'm obsessed with. So I have the matte version and I have it in 2 shades. That's how much I love it. And I also wanted to get this one, which is the dewy version, because I wanted to see how they work together. There's some areas on my skin where I do have very, very like dry patches. So it's really nice to kind of have something that's gonna give me a good like medium consistency. Okay, so I'm going to be pumping out some of my Dior foundation, and I'm in the color 3WO, so 3 Warm Olive, and I'm just going to put that on the back of my hand like that, and then I'm going to take some of the foundation that I got a sample of, the dewy one, And I'm gonna also, I think these two will be enough. This side right here is the dewy version and the other side is the matte version. And I got the same exact color for both of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by mixing them together. So I'm gonna be using my JH03 brush, this nice kabuki. Oh, let me do one thing real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray to my brush. And the reason I like to do this is because, like I mentioned, my skin has been a little dry lately on the cheek area. So I kind of want to add a little bit of moisture onto the cheeks and just the cheek area. Like, it's dry when you first apply the foundation, but then through the day I get oily, but I just want to make sure that I kind of give it a little bit more hydration since we did go in with a mattifying primer. So I'm just going to put that all over. Ooh, that looks good. It looks super healthy and like skin. Let's do a little bit more right here. And this is with mixing both foundations. As I begin to catch more sun, this foundation color will not match me, which is why, like I mentioned, I have another summer shade. That's how much I love this Dior matte foundation. But I wanted to give the luminous one a chance because I feel like sometimes I kind of want a finish that's more glowy. Not so much because I want to look super dewy, but more so because I wanted to look truly like skin. Not that this matte one doesn't look like skin, but I just kind of wanted to see how it would work with the matte one. Because sometimes, you know, you want like a little happy medium, especially as you move into the summer. You kind of like those products that make your skin look very, very skin-like. So that looks really good thus far. Do you see that? That's the foundations mixed together. Are we not living for this? Like, this is actually beautiful. I may have to go purchase this luminous foundation now. So that pretty much is the foundation. So basically what I used was the Dior Forever foundation in the matte version, and then my little sample of the Dior Forever luminous version, same colors. I will have them linked down below in my description box. I just have a sample right now, which I'm really happy that Sephora does give out samples because you're able to test things out instead of going ahead and purchasing a $52 foundation and being like, thank you, next. Okay, so e.l.f. launched another concealer. This is the Flawless Concealer, and this is in the color Tan Sand, so I'm excited to try this one. Maybe I'll like it more than the other concealer that everybody loves, but for some reason it's not like my #1 preference, but let's test this one out. So the color's a little tiny bit darker than my foundation. This wand is not the move. The color's a little weird, but we're gonna go with it. That's what happens when you try new things. You just kind of have to go with the flow. Okay, that actually blended in perfectly. And I have to say, I kind of like this one because it blends so much easier than the other e.l.f. one, that I think 16-hour camo one. It blends a lot easier. It feels very fresh and creamy. So now I'm going to take my setting powder. I'm going to be using my Airspun. That's what I'm in the hunt for right now. I'm on the hunt for a new setting powder. So if you guys have any recommendations for setting powders that you adore, please let me know. So while I'm waiting for the eyes to bake, I'm going to go ahead and take my powder again. And I'm going to be trying a new product that I purchased. This is a puff. This is from KKW Beauty. When I went to the masterclass with Mario and Kim Kardashian, he used this so much. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is take some of that powder like so and just kind of start to like press it on my skin. And I know a lot of people have been asking me why I powder my face before I go in with my cream contours. And that's because my face is really oily. So like you guys saw that I did have a little bit of dewiness peek through, a little bit of my shine peek through. If I don't do this before, it's not going to create a nice stable matte base for everything to sit on top of very nicely. I want this all to be locked into place, so everything that goes on top of this stays on and looks good. For the most part, I use a lot of powder products. I don't really use cream products. I don't use cream contour. The only place on my face where I do use a little bit of cream product is when I do a little bit of some nose contour. Besides that, I don't use any cream. I use powders, and that's because I have very oily skin, so I like to make sure that I go in with a product that's really gonna lock stuff in for me. The nose alone, the only thing that I would say that maybe you want to do before is you want to go ahead and do like your face makeup before you do your eyes, because you may get a little bit of powder on your eye makeup. So I kind of have to be careful and go back and just kind of clean it up in case I did get some powder on my lash band or my liner or, you know, anywhere of that sort. But Mario swears by this technique of using a puff to powder your face to really set everything and kind of give it that very matte vibe. Him and Kim Kardashian tend to go for a very matte finish. So I really want to give my skin a matte finish because I'm a very oily skin person. I'm going to take a little tiny bit more on this side, my smile line. That's where I get very, very oily. So I kind of want to really do the damn thing right there. But I just kind of let that sit there for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I go ahead and dust everything away. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking this brush, just removing the powder off of my under eyes. And you can see it gives you such a flawless matte finish. I just have been such a fan of this. And I feel like it works, especially if you have very oily skin and you want that very perfected look. Okay, so I went ahead and did a little bit of bronzing. I don't have anything new, so I didn't put that on camera because we're only doing new products that I'm testing out. But I do have a new highlighter. So this is the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. I saw so many people talk about these. I actually was watching Tati's e.l.f. video, and she was a huge fan of this one. This is the Jelly Highlighter in the color Dew. It's like the goldish one, and I decided to pick it up. I feel like it'd be perfect for like summer. I don't want to tilt it too much because it'll come out, but you can see that this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take a little bit of it. You want to work very, very fast with this because it dries so fast, like really fast. So I'm going to take my sponge and kind of bounce it. Do you see how, I don't know, I don't know if I like that. Now I feel like it looks ugly. So there's a little bit of a dry patch there. So we're going to be using this highlighter that I purchased from KKW Beauty. It's called Glitz and Glam. It is from, I think, the Bible collection that she has, the Glam Bible. And let's see. Just try to go over where we had our little boo-boo. Okay, I think that makes it look a little bit better. Yeah, this looks good. So Jelly highlighter was a fail for now, but I feel like using this on my bare skin, or even if I'm just using a tinted moisturizer, I feel like would look very healthy. So we're gonna give this another try. So the face is pretty much done, but I want to go back to the eyes and do a little bit of work there because I want to make them look really bronzy, like the look. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to go ahead and use one of the products that I purchased from Sephora the other day when I got that sample. This is the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Brown Out. And we want to kind of run it outside, like down below as well. Just a little bit. We're going to smoke it into the color that we put on our lower lash line. I think this has a little bit of shimmer, but it's okay. So I'm going to be taking that brown right there. It's the darkest brown out of all of them. That's like kind of warm. And we're just going to be running it in our lower lash line. And once we start to kind of get closer in, we really want to make sure that it's super, super tight. So I'm going to be using my favorite brush for the inner tear duct highlight, and that's the JH39 brush. And we're going to be taking this guy right here and just popping that in there. So I'm taking a matte shade. I'm just propping that up here. Do you see? I feel like a matte shade was perfect for that. We really want to coat these lashes with mascara because I feel like it's going to really add that added drama that we want. And really kind of like make the eye look super bronzy and like bam. You can see how much it opens the eye by adding that mascara. And I'm ready to finish off the look. So the last thing we have to do is just do a lip product. So I actually purchased this new Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. Everybody's been raving about these. I saw so many sponsored posts on these lippies that I was like, I need to check those out myself. You guys know whenever I see sponsored content, I'm like, I got this in the color Juicy Date, and I'm gonna put this over my chapstick that I have on right now. So what I like about these is that they are very hydrating, and they just feel so good on the lips. And then, like, by the end of the day, they leave like this nice little like stain of the color. So it's almost like a little tint of something without it looking like too intense. And like I mentioned, this is in the color Juicy Date. I really like this color. It's very pretty, and I feel like it complements the eyes really well. And the thing that I like about this lip is that I feel like it gave it a little bit of a pop of pink, where it's a very appropriate whole look for the spring season. So I'm kind of starting to transition into those spring like makeup looks. So I feel like this is a good start just with this lip. And it's so hydrating, like you can literally go like this and your lips feel very, very good and creamy. So the last thing we're gonna go ahead and do now is set our makeup with this new setting spray that I just purchased. This is by the brand Flower Beauty, and it's called Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray in a matte finish. So this is what it looks like. That was interesting. It does have a scent. It has like this fragrancy scent that I don't know will react the best with my skin, because you guys know my skin, like it honestly smells like perfume. So I'm gonna have to keep you guys updated on that one because I'm not sure about that. But that pretty much wraps up this look. I really love how everything turned out. I feel like it's so fun, bronzy, but still has like a little introduction to spring. Please continue to stay tuned. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this Chatty Get Ready with me trying new makeup products. If you have suggestions for makeup products that I should test out next, please leave them down below in the comment section because I'm always dying to try new products. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Also, hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, because we don't ever want to miss any videos on this channel. And that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.